Ladies and gentlemen, here I have with me is a checklist. A Gen Z checklist that many of us have secretly dreamt of ticking. Number 1, the latest iPhone. Because it's not just a phone, it's a statement. Number 2, a pair of H&M jeans. Because fashion is all about being effortlessly stylish. Number 3, a Starbucks coffee. Because it's more about the experience than the caffeine. Number 4, Coldplay tickets. Because being at that concert makes you feel like you've reached the peak of cool. And lastly, a pair of Apple AirPods. Because wired headphones are so last decade. This list might sound a little too real for some of us. It's the kind of wish list that feels like a checklist for happiness, belonging, or just keeping up with everyone else. We scroll through Instagram, watch people flaunt their latest iPhone, sip their overpriced Starbucks, and post blurry videos from concerts with captions like, "What a vibe." Before we know it, we're convinced that these are the keys to fitting in. And it's like we're missing out if we're not doing the same. Now imagine this. It's 3 a.m. and you're glued to your phone waiting for Coldplay tickets to drop. You're refreshing the page, your heart's racing, and the site keeps crashing. But you're determined because everyone in your group chat is hyping it up. And missing out would mean being the odd one out. Fast forward to the night of the concert. The lights are stunning, the music's amazing, and you're having fun. But as you hold up your phone to record Chris Martin's high notes, you can't help but think about the reel you'll post later. Will it get enough likes? Should I add a Coldplay lyric in the caption? Ladies and gentlemen, was all that stress really about the concert or about making sure everyone knows you went? This is the society we live in today. A constant race to keep up, to fit in, to prove you're living the perfect life, even if it's more exhausting than exciting. The message is clear. If you don't keep up, you'll be left behind. However, just as every Duryodhan has a Shakuni Mama to make matters worse, our society has its very own Shakuni Mama. And here it is, our very own iPhone. Every few months, numerous teenagers find themselves captivated by the allure of the latest Shakuni Mama. Now, their current phones work perfectly fine. They can call, text, and take decent photos. However, when Mr. Mindswear here announces a new model with a slightly better camera and an innovative feature like Dynamic Island, they're swayed. Their perfectly functional devices suddenly feel outdated. Ladies and gentlemen, these people aren't just selling a phone, they're selling a lifestyle. The sleek advertisements, the promise of exclusivity, and the idea of being part of something aspirational makes it irresistible, especially for young people. Owning one of these becomes more than just owning a phone. It becomes a status symbol, a badge of belonging to a trend-setting generation. And for those of the few who get the latest model, the excitement is electric at first. They're swayed. They feel a sense of pride every time someone compliments their gadget. However, this euphoria doesn't last. Within a few months, a newer model is announced, and the cycle begins again. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not about functionality or necessity. It's about the subtle pressure to fit in. Well, this pressure isn't new. It's deeply ingrained in our culture. Let's take Indian weddings as an example. They're more about the spectacle than the celebration. Designer lehengas, choreographed dance reels, and destination weddings are the new norm. If we're not doing this, we feel like we're missing out. Weddings aren't just about the couple anymore. They're about impressing guests, getting the perfect shots for Instagram, and basically outdoing the last wedding you attended. Think about Bollywood. Well, a hero wears a designer jacket, and suddenly everyone wants that jacket. A trend starts, and it's like we're missing out if we don't have it. Even something as simple as coffee isn't about coffee anymore. It's about taking that aesthetic shot at that right cafe with a caption like coffee for the rescue. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where something so subtle yet necessary steps in. Minimalism. Minimalism isn't about living like a monk and renouncing all worldly pleasures. It's about living with intention. It's about asking yourself, am I doing this for myself or am I being influenced? Do I really love this? Who am I? What am I doing this for? Interestingly, minimalism isn't just a Western concept. Let's take Mahatma Gandhi as an example. He lived a life of simplicity not because he had to, but because it helped him focus on what truly mattered: truth, justice, and service. Even our mythology is filled with examples of simplicity and intentional living. Take Sudama and Krishna as an example. Sudama, a poor Brahmin, gifted Krishna a humble gift of puffed rice. Krishna didn't see the lack of material value in it, he saw the love and sincerity behind it. That's the essence of minimalism, choosing meaning over extravagance. So, what is minimalism? Minimalism, at its heart, is about choosing what truly matters and letting go of the rest. Let me talk about myself now. A few years ago, I decided to declutter my room. It wasn't just a cleaning up, it was a personal experiment in minimalism. Every item I cleared wasn't just a physical thing leaving my room, it was a mental burden lifting off my shoulders. The things that remained were the ones that truly mattered. Books that inspired me, clothes I genuinely loved, and gadgets that really held meaning. So, if you're wondering how to start, let me give you a few tips. Number 1, declutter your space. Start with one drawer or shelf at a time. Start by keeping what you love and letting go of the rest. Number 2, prioritize experiences over possessions. Spend quality time with your family instead of gifting them expensive gifts. Number 3, detach from trends. Ask yourself, am I doing this for myself or am I being influenced? And lastly, pause before you buy. Please give yourself 24 hours to ask if you truly need something. Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't only about materialistic things. It's about simplifying our schedules, our commitments, and our thoughts. How many times have you said yes to an invitation you didn't want to attend just because you didn't want to offend the person? Well, minimalism teaches us to save our time and energy. I'd like to end with a simple story. There was once a wise sage who lived in a hut. One day, a rich man visited him and asked, "Why is your hut so empty? Where are all your belongings?" The sage replied, "Where are yours? You're just passing through my village." The rich man said, "But I'm a traveler. I don't carry everything along with me." The sage smiled and said, "So am I, just traveling through life." Well, that's the essence of minimalism. We're all travelers, and the things we collect along the way don't define us. What defines us is the journey and the memories we create. So please, let's start embracing simplicity and stop chasing trends. Because at the end of the day, the things that matter the most are the joy that comes from knowing that you matter just as who you are. Stop counting likes. Fitting in is indeed overrated. Thank you.